Welcome back. The Twitter blue check mark drama heated up over the weekend. Public figures such as author Stephen King calling out Twitter CEO Elon Musk on the social media platform. King tweeted this: "I think Mr. Musk should give my blue check to charity. I recommend the Prytula Foundation, which provides life-saving services in Ukraine. It's only $8, so perhaps Mr. Musk could add a bit more." Musk fired back, tweeting, "I've donated $100 million to Ukraine. How much have you donated?" Piers Morgan also calling out King, tweeting, "Do you demand the same of all the other subscriptions that you pay for? Should be paying Elon Musk a fortune for the huge promotion his platform gives you." Piers Morgan, uncensored host. Piers Morgan is joining me right now. Piers, great to see you.
Good morning.
Well, this is really getting out of hand. A lot of people complaining about this. Twitter needs to raise the revenue. How do you see this blue check mark drama?
Well, it's probably the most pathetic squealing we've seen since the Trump era, when all these same celebrities all said they would leave the country if he won. And then guess what, Maria? None of them actually left the country. And for a long time, I've always thought when you see a celebrity saying, "I'm going to have to quit Twitter," they never do. Have you noticed it? A whole load of them said after Musk bought Twitter, "I'm going to have to leave now." And none of them did. So once again, they're throwing their little tantrums, little toddler tantrums. And for what? Ultimately, Elon Musk has already said, look, he paid a massive amount of money for Twitter. It was in a pretty awful state of affairs, not least politically, where clearly there was a massive left-wing bias that was permeating through the entire company. And that led to things like the New York Post story on Hunter Biden's laptop being suppressed, which could have affected the result of the last election. So this is serious stuff. Musk is trying to restore proper free speech to the platform, but it's costing money, and he's losing a lot of money. So these pathetic, whiny celebrities should actually realize what the platform gives them, not just what they think they give the platform.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this climate change agenda has things changing all over the place. We're watching the effects of the Bud Light marketing disaster a couple of weeks ago. The vice president of marketing reportedly taking a leave of absence now after the Dylan Mulvaney controversy. A former Anheuser-Busch executive joined Fox yesterday and weighed in on the drama. Watch this.
And I think now's the time to go back and for companies like Anheuser-Busch to say that, hey, moving forward, for brands like Bud Light, we're not going to be political. We're not going to get involved in the environmental, social, governance movement, because that's not what the customer wants.
Piers, what about that? Is Anheuser-Busch handling this right after the big mistake of Dylan Mulvaney?
Well, it reminds me of what happened with Gillette. You know, I've used Gillette razors and shaving creams for 30-odd years. And you may remember in the sort of tumult of the Me Too campaign, Gillette suddenly released this commercial that wasn't about the best a man can get. It was actually a sort of 2-minute tirade about how awful men are. And the effective presumption was, well, you had to prove that you're not a monster before you could use Gillette products. And predictably, as I wrote the day after they did this, the sales of Gillette collapsed until they went right back to promoting masculinity as a good thing. And the same thing with Bud Light, where they've deliberately targeted an influencer who is incredibly controversial, because until last year, that influencer identified as a gay man and is now walking around saying, "I'm a woman." And that's an incendiary topic right now. Many people, especially women, do not think that Dylan Mulvaney has any right to call himself, a woman. So they deliberately lit a tinderbox, Bud Light, against an audience that actually is pretty split between Republicans and Democrats. Everyone in America I know drinks Bud Light or has no problem with it. Now they've made themselves politically incendiary, as Gillette did. And they've taken a big hit on the bottom line, and they're going back to the old-fashioned marketing, which actually is to promote and celebrate what it means to be male, to be female, to be an American.
Yeah. Well, I like the new ad with the horse. I think they're trying. So we'll keep watching that story. But wow, did people react? Case sales down in the middle of other beer makers actually showing increases. Let's get to King Charles's coronation. King Charles III's coronation is set now for May 6th. Buckingham Palace confirming that Prince Harry will be there without Meghan Markle. His seat will reportedly be 10 rows back, though, from the royal family, Piers. Markle is dismissing a report that her decision to skip the coronation over his response to a letter she sent to the king accusing the royal family of racism, Piers. Your thoughts?
Well, she keeps accusing the royal family of racism, but never produces any actual evidence for the racism. I don't believe there was any racism. I think Meghan Markle went into the royal family with her eyes wide open and knew exactly how she was going to play all this out. And she's gone back to California within 3 years. She's making hundreds of millions of dollars, fleecing the royal titles that she was given. And frankly, I think it's shameful and pathetic. Harry's a different matter. He's still a member of the royal family. He's still the king's son. And for him to go around, as he has been, trashing the family, trashing the monarchy again and again and again, is frankly exhausting. Meghan Markle, in her statement, talks about the media running an exhausting circus for no reason, and it's all on the media. Actually, the circus has been driven entirely by Meghan and Harry, who want to have their royal cake and eat it. And Harry's coming on his own. He's going to be at the coronation. They say 10 rows back. I'd have him 100 rows back. What right has he got to bask in the reflected glory of a coronation of his father as king for an institution that he has systematically chosen to try and damage in the last 3 years?
Yeah, it's all dreadful. Queen Elizabeth must be rolling in her grave. Liz Peek, jump in here.
Piers, what is the reaction of people in Britain to Harry and Meghan at this point? I mean, haven't they sort of run out their string here in terms of how much damage they can do and how much they can really surf the unpopular notions that the royal family is racist and stuff? I mean, where's the pushback from Britain?
Oh, huge. I mean, their popularity here has sunk to record lows. They're even more unpopular in the latest polls than Prince Andrew, who's been through this enormous sex abuse scandal. So that shows you how far they've fallen. And for Harry, it's a real sort of tragedy to see the way he's gone, because he was, after the Queen, the most popular royal. Then he met Meghan Markle, and no offense to you ladies, but you've sent 2 American women into our royal family, and one ended in an abdication, and the other one's ended in this disaster. So with all due respect, please, with the third one, be careful.
Piers, good stuff. Great to see you, Piers. Thank you. Piers Morgan. Make sure to catch Piers on Piers Morgan Uncensored on Fox Nation. Thank you, Piers. Have a good day.